Hi everybody, welcome to the another lecture of the series where we will learn about loops in C. So in this video we will discuss the benefit of using loops in a program, various types of loops, the syntax of loops of all its types, and the example using for loop and while loop, which we will majorly use in C programming in the future to implement the logic that we are asked to. So yes, let's get started. So starting with the definition of loop. Why we use loops are used to implement repetition in the code. For example, if we have to print something 5 times, we don't have to give print command 5 times. We can just use a loop to print a number or a statement 5 times. So here we have 3 loops. We're going to discuss those 3 loops now. Loops have 3 types: for loop, while loop, and do while loop. So now we will discuss the syntax of for loop. Before that, we have to know what does a loop consist of. So we know that a loop consists of 4 things. First is the initialization. The second is the condition. The third is updation. And the fourth is the body of the loop. So these are the 4 things that a loop consists of. It might sound little tricky right now, but keep on watching the video. You'll get to know what is initialization, what is condition, and what is updation, and how do we put them all together in a loop. So for that we will have to we'll have to see the syntax of the loop. So for the syntax of the for loop, we have here, we write for like this, and then in bracket first come initialization. The initialization part comes first, then comes after a semicolon comes the condition, and then comes the updation. And a for loop never ends with a semicolon, it is just a bracket. Then we write the body of the loop. Here comes the body of the loop like this. So this is how is the syntax of a for loop. This is the syntax of a for loop. You can see for initialization, condition, and updation. Now what is initialization, condition, and updation in loops or in C programming? So for that we will take an example where we will print hello 5 times. So let's take the example here. Let's print hello world 5 times using loops. 5 times using loops. Okay, so yes, now we'll write a code. For writing a C program, we use the header file, include stdio.h, the main function, int main, bracket, then we will take the variable I, because we will use I in the loop. So we will take the variable I, then semicolon, then we will start a for loop. So now for loop, how we write a for loop? As we know, our for loop consists of initialization first, then condition, and then updation. So keeping that syntax in mind, we will first initialize I is equals to 0. semicolon, initialization, then condition. We have to print hello 5 times. So I less than equals to 5 times. So like this, the initialization comes, then the condition comes, then the updation. We have to update the loop, update it by 1 every time. So I plus plus. I plus plus means I is equals to I plus 1. It means the I will update by 1 every time. So then inside the loop we will print, we'll use printf statement. We use printf statement in C to print anything, print a number or print a string. So we are using printf. We have to print hello world. So that's how we close the loop. Then we write return 0, close. So this is this loop and this is the main function. So this is how we write a code using loops. Now let's dry run this code, how the loops work in C. You'll get a better idea. So initially we have I is equals to 1. Now we will check the condition here. If this is if I, that is 1, I is initially 1. So if I less than equals to 5, this condition is true. So I less than equals to 5, this condition is true. Only if this condition is true, then only we'll get inside this loop. So in this case, this condition is true. So when we come inside, we'll print hello world. The hello world will print hello world. Okay. Then next time the loop will update by 1. So now I is not 1, I is 2, since there is updation. So I is 2. So for next time I is 2 less than equals to 5. That condition is true. So the hello world will print just after this world. So let me write this here. Let me write this here. Hello world. This is when we print the first time. Then second time when I is equals to 2 less than 5. This time also the condition is true. So the hello world will print just after the previous hello world, and there is space in between. Since we have given space here, the space will print here also. Okay, I'm using underscore to represent the space. Okay, so next time I will be 3. So 3 less than equals to 5. This is because of the updation. The I is increasing, it is updating by 1 every time. So I is equals to 3, 3 less than equals to 5. This condition is true. Again hello world will print. Next time I will be 4, 4 less than equals to 5, condition true. Again hello world will print. I'll use the next line because there is no space here. Hello world. Then again I will update. I was 4 before, then it will be I is equals to I plus 1, that is I is equals to 4 plus 1, that is 5. So this condition 5 less than equals to 5, this condition is true. It will get inside the loop and it will print hello world. Next time I will update. I was previously 5. 5 is equals to 5 plus 1. Sorry, I is equals to 5 plus 1 will be 6. I is 6. So 6 less than equals to 5. This condition is false for I is equals to 6. Then it will not get inside the loop. It will come out of the loop and it will return 0 and the program will end. So the output will be this. We had to print hello 5 times and we have printed hello world 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we want to print hello world in next line, then we use the command \n. We use this command to print hello world. If you want to print this in next line, so we'll have to give a command here. After this, we'll have to give a command printf \n. So like this way, we will have a hello world print like this. Hello world. Hello world, like this. It will print 5 times in next line. After printing hello world for first time, the cursor will go to next line, then it will print hello for second time, then again the cursor will go to next line, it will print hello for 3 times, Like this way, it will print hello for 5 times according to this condition, and the code will end. So this is how we use for loop in C programming. For while loop, we will discuss while loop in another video. So stay tuned.